Alright, hello, and thank you for coming back into my channel. I hope you have enjoyed the first 2 episodes and what I have to bring to the table for the upcoming episodes. Today's episode, we're basically going to talk about my strive and what kept me going in my field and industry. So the quote for this episode is, life has 2 rules. First rule, never quit, and second rule, always remember rule number 1. And I chose that quote for this episode because in this field, there are going to be moments where you want to just give up and stop. There are going to be moments where you want to be like, I'm done with this. Maybe this is not for me. But when it's something that you like, you have to always think at the back of your head and like, no, people like your work, you like your work, and you like what you're doing. So keep going. And then at my age, it's bringing in money, and I really don't have to do anything that's like, I have some friends that have a job that they don't like, and they're making money from it, but it's something they're doing that they don't like, but I'm doing something that I like, and I'm making the money that I like. So yeah. So I'm going to start off with what I stated in my last episode, my passion. Photography is everything. When you meet me and I introduce myself with I'm a photographer, just because that is a big part of me as Anthony Edwards. And that is just amazing, like for me to just come home and like this, I have my screensaver as my photos, to see that, or when I'm falling asleep, to see my photos across that is just amazing. Like it feels amazing. And so to talk about what keeps me going is the people's faces, my clients' faces when I send them that picture or show them that picture, and their reaction, and that is what keeps me going, I want to say, just because, one, you're already skeptical about my work because of my age. I'm 17. You're already skeptical about me. Also because of this. Then you're skeptical because the price. He's not charging standard price, so is his work standard? Is his work good? You don't know, besides of my portfolio. And then you're also skeptical just because of my work ethic. So when I'm on a shoot or an event, I try to make sure I'm not just there just grabbing photos of you. I'm trying to build a relationship. So you will remember my photographer, Anthony Edwards. You will remember me just because of the way I interact with you and your family and those at your event. I'm not going to be the one that's just walking around with a camera up to my eye and snapping. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to smile with you. I know I said I don't like people in my last video, and I don't, but I'm friendly. So I'm going to walk around. I'm going to just conversate with you like I'm at the party also, while also getting the pictures that I need to get for my client. Along with that, moving from photos with the video. Video is very time consuming, like I stated, very time consuming. But every time I get done with a video, I always export it and I watch it on my TV. And I watch it on my TV just because I watch a lot of YouTube on TV. And I look at other YouTubers that I watch. And so when I finish my video and I see it on my TV and I'm comparing it to those YouTubers, I see my work look just like theirs. And oh my gosh, that is an amazing feeling. An amazing feeling to see my work. I know it's mine. I'm seeing it on my iPad and laptop, but when I see it on my TV, through that 4K, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. And to say that I did that. And so I want to say my most important video that I've done so far is for my class. That took a lot. I'm not going to say the music video. I'm going to say that video for my class. And so what we did was, I could put it in the iCard. I want to say it's up here. It's either up here or up here. I want to say it's up here. But we did it. The teachers and the principal of my school want to do a video for my class to like motivate them for the ACT, for the ACT that Saturday. And so, since I was in that field, I did it, had my little studio set up at school, and recorded every teacher saying something, and different students in class, and edited it. And like I said, I watched it on my TV, watched it in bed, I studied it, I fixed things. And at school, when they showed the video on the big screen, and to see my whole class their faces, like with the photos, their reaction in their faces, that kept me going for videography. To say that I did that with that video and that I put those smiles on my classmate faces and the teachers, to say I did that, that is just a feeling that I've never felt before. And I sat in the front on purpose so I could see everyone's faces. I remember taking a picture. If I could find it, I'll put it in here.
Again, I keep calling it trailblazers because we're asking you to do things that no one else has ever done. And as a result of that, we're seeing things. So like this class, on I-2, there are 18% of you all that have a 21 or higher.
What up, class of 2021? It's your girl.
But I didn't expect that type of reaction. I expected that my class would see it as another video from their teachers and think that they're getting on their nerves. But no, they enjoyed it. They enjoyed seeing themselves up there. They enjoyed seeing their teachers talk and motivate them. And the way that they, different people came to me after the video and saying, great job. Like, I'm used to hearing, not sounding cocky or anything, but I'm used to hearing good job, your works look good, great job, and all that. But when your classmates, those that are the same age as you, and you know how they act and respond to certain things, when they tell you it's something different. And so that's what keeps me on my strive and persevering in video. In audio engineering, what keeps me going in that is I'm learning in it also. So yes, I'm doing it for my Akila Miles. I'm doing it for her, and I've done it for a doctor. But when I'm doing it, I'm making mistakes, but I'm learning from those mistakes. I'm learning something new. And so by me learning something new, on the next episode, I've incorporated what I learned. Then I messed up with something else, learned from that. So in the next episode, I've learned something and I'm incorporating that. And that's what I love about the audio engineering part is I'm steady learning with every part. Not just the EQs or what can I do different, the mics. How can I help the mic? How can I bring in the gain? How can I use the reverb? How can I use different sound effects? Like, I'm steady learning. That's what keeps me going for the audio engineering, just because you don't stop. And like I always tell myself, there's nowhere else to go but up. But with audio engineering, I go up every episode, every recording. And that also goes along with Akila because, yes, and I apologize in front of all of you, I make mistakes, a whole lot of them with her brand. And she does not kill me behind them. I've posted videos on her page that weren't fully edited, or I edited it in the wrong format, so the video was messing up. Or I put the wrong name, or I put the wrong picture of the guest host that was on there. I put the wrong name of the guest host. The wrong I've done some mistakes. I've made a mistake on her website, but she hasn't downed me like the world and community would. She came to me as a businesswoman. She came to me, hey Anthony, this is what happened. This is what we need to do to fix it. We fixed it, and we're steady going. And that goes into me learning. Okay, what's next? What else I do? The photography? Videography? Oh, graphic design. Graphic design, okay. So, logos. And so my first two logos, they came about, someone in my school came to me, asked me if I knew how to do it. My school probably called me a jack of all trades and a master of none. Just because I do so much and I try so much. That's one thing about Antho-Media Productions, like we don't limit ourselves. When I was thinking of the quote for this episode, I saw a quote that said, your only limitation is your imagination. And I don't limit myself when it comes to things that I can do. One, I don't limit myself because I pay for Adobe Creative Cloud every monthly. So I'm going to use all of the apps to my best ability. That's one. That's how I got into graphic design, because I got into Adobe because I know that they had photo editing software. But it was cheaper for me to go the student route in the Creative Cloud instead of buying Lightroom by itself. And so I did the Creative Cloud and got all the apps. That's how I got into logos, graphic design, because I had Illustrator. And so, and InDesign. And so for that, the way that those, went on a tangent, back to those first two logos, the way that they came up is, she told me what she wanted. She told me what her company was. She told me what her company was and what she wanted. And I told her to send me examples. I could try my best. I can't steal it just because copyright, and I don't want nobody to steal my work. So I try my best to make it its own way. So her brand is Lashes. I'm actually going to put the logo here. Her brand is Lashes. And so I came up with all these different mock-ups. If I still have them, I'll put them up too. Came up with all these different mock-ups. And I gave her options. And she said she wasn't feeling it. And so she sent me one picture. I was like, do you want it that bold, that fancy? It was big S. I mean, the colors, everything. She said, do you want it like that? I said, do you want it like that? And she said, no, a little more calm. So what did I do? Made it calm. I made it with her brand and made it calm, made it itself. And then sent it to her and she said, well, can you do this? Can you do this? I say, so you want it extravagant. You put my little touch on it, made it extravagant. And it was what she loved. And her reaction on FaceTime is what kept me, just by me using some art vectors, can put that smile on someone's face. Yeah, I want to do that. Heck yeah, I want to do that. Like, that, if me being on my computer, not taking no energy, not really doing any research besides YouTube, like just putting some lines together, if that could put a smile on their face, I want to do that. And so that's what keeps me going with the, with the logo editing, the graphic design. Now, with everything, my production business, okay, I'm gonna tell you a quick little story about my name. So my name is Antho-Media Productions. When I first started out, it was Antho-Media Photography, just because when I started out, I had a camera. I knew I was doing photographs. I knew I was doing photography. And one day, when I don't know where things are coming from, I like to say it was from the Lord. So I say this is from the Lord. One day, I told myself, well, I had the thought in my head, change your name to Productions. Me being me. Why? Because you do more than photos. And since I've changed my name to Productions, I have been doing a whole lot more than photos. Not even just the graphic design and audio, but I've done so much. I've done flyers. I don't know if that falls under graphic design or not, but I've done a whole lot. Website. I've done website building. So if you need a website, I got you. Akila Miles website. I did that website. I did my website. I only have 2 websites under me, but I do websites. And just that is amazing. Like, where was I going? Production. So with me changing my name, I stopped limiting myself. When I had photography and I introduced myself to others, when I gave others my business card that said Antho-Media Photography, they knew, okay, he's a photographer. I can't use him for anything else but photos. But when I got these and changed my name from photography to Productions, last episode I didn't do this and it wasn't in focus. Hope it's in focus this time. I'm new to this game. So when I changed my name to Productions, and that being on a business card and my page, when others look up Antho-Media Productions, they know that I don't do just photos. I do production, so I produce different things. And that goes along with never quitting and not limiting myself. And so saying that to say to those out there, your only obstacle in life is you. And I say that because you can only stop your greatness from being who you are and your greatness in general. I probably confuse some people with that, but I'm going to explain that. And so some people are also saying, no, there are other things in life that's stopping me. No. Okay, prime example. I'm like my dad, I like to use examples. I'm on the road, but I'm gonna say walking. I'm walking, and there's a big rock in front of me. Some would say that that's an obstacle. I would say I can walk around it and not let it be an obstacle. So if I let that rock be an obstacle to me, then I, Anthony Edwards, was my own obstacle, because I didn't look at the situation and walked around. There's always a solution. I grew up on this saying, we don't have problems, we have solutions. And so that problem was that obstacle. But the obstacle that I didn't see was me. I don't know if you understood it. I understood it. That's just the way I talk. But just being real, like, there's no one that can really stop you but you. On your path to whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to start your business, you have to be the one that get up that day and stop being lazy and actually follow your dreams. Because it is something that you want to do because you actually thought about it and you took the time to think, that's what I want to do. But your only obstacle was you. Get up and do it. I did it. I have friends that are doing it. Akila did it. People in my school are doing it. There's no one that I can't stop saying it. There's no one that can stop you from being you. Even when people out there are trying to stop you from being you, you have the power and control to let them control you. So don't give them that power when you could be you and be amazing with you and be perfect in you. I know people are not perfect and no one is perfect, but you can perfect your craft. But to perfect your craft, you have to start. Like I said in my first episode, there's nowhere else to go but up. Even if you stop, you've already built your foundation. Which means when you decide to get off that couch and off that phone and go back and do what you need to do, you've already got somewhere that you can start on because you started way back then. I'm just saying, what really irks me is when people older than me tell me that they can't. Some people say it's because of financial. Some people say because of life. Some people, it's so many excuses. But I always look at myself at night and I think about those things. I say, well, I started when I was 14, 15. Started at that age. Mind you, I was a teenager, new teenager. I was very young. Didn't have much experience in business, didn't have much experience in photography. I had to start somewhere though. And so with those excuses, I look at myself and say, I'm not rich. Money doesn't just grow on trees. Beyonce's not my mother, and Blue Ivy is not my sister. I had to work for my money to buy what I needed to buy. I had to, fundraise. So that goes along with no one can stop you from being great but you. If I would have told myself I'm too young to do this, I stopped myself in those tracks. The tracks are there, I stopped myself. If I told myself I didn't have the money to buy a camera, I stopped myself in those tracks. Tracks are still there, waiting for me to go. They're oiled up, ready for me to go. The train has coil, I just need to push the lever. But no, that's a mindset. That's a mind thing. It's only a mind thing to tell you that you can't go. I'm sorry, I can't stress it enough just because like a lot of people say that they can't, and I know that I can. Which means I know that you can just because of the limitations I have of being a black young male at 17 years old, not having that much experience, but I'm going. Like this YouTube channel. I've been wanting to start this channel for a very long time. My excuse was I don't have time. I make time for anything else. When a new Apple device is coming, I make time to go on their website. I make time in class when I shouldn't be. And I'm snitching on myself. I make time to watch the WW video. What is it? The WWACD BC something. Whatever the Apple release video is, I make time for everything else. I can make time to start this YouTube channel. With photos, I get tired of editing photos sometimes just because I want to do other things sometimes. The same way I make time to watch TV, I can make time to come get at this desk and edit photos. The same time I took out to book that client when she could have got someone else that wouldn't get tired, I can make time to edit her photos. It's certain things that bug me in life just because of what them stopping themselves from being great. Like, I know God is an amazing God, and he will help anyone who wants to help. He's going to knock at the door. He's not going to force his way in, but you have to let him in. And with you letting him in, so many blessings are going to pour in on your favor. I mean, my friends like to say I get into preach mode, but it's just the truth. And a lot of people don't like hearing the truth because they're blocking themselves from their own blessings, from their own mercy, from their own greatness, from their own perfectionness. You are the only person stopping you. I mean, I can't stress it no more, but I could stress it in this way. Look at me. I just made 17. I have my own business. I am starting my production company, and I'm making a name and brand for myself. What are you doing? I know right now you're watching me, but what are you doing for your dreams? My sister, I look at her. Oh, my sister, I look at her, and I applaud her. Both of my sisters. So one, my youngest sister, she is in nursing school, and I look at her. I look at her for a lot of things, but I look at her when I talk to her at school, and she's stressing because of nursing school, and she is at the point where she wants to quit. But while I'm on the phone with her, once she gets done crying, she goes back into her books and study and takes her test. Like, nursing, if you know about nursing school, it ain't easy. But that girl pushes through, and if she could push through nursing school, I could push through taking photos and editing for about an hour or two every day. Then I look at my other sister, my oldest sister. I look at her, and her family is just amazing. Like, oh my gosh, she just had my nephew a year ago. She has a husband. They just bought a house. And they own their own business. They own their own trucking business. I don't know the name of it. I would give them a shout out. I don't know the name. But to see them and what they're doing and the foundation that they're creating for their son, when they first moved at that house, I said, wow, my nephew's going to be able to grow up in that house. And they have all the schools. It was just for them, off of what her and husband are doing. They weren't lazy and stopped themselves in their tracks. Like when I did her maternity shoot, we had to pause because some of her workers came and she had to pay them. That is what you call a working mother, wife, sister, and woman. A lot of people out there are mainly the woman, somebody's daughter. What you make, you're somebody, what I said, you're a woman and you're somebody's daughter. What you make your name for yourself is only up to you. Nobody else can stop that but you. People are gonna try to knock you down. It happens all the time. People are gonna tell you that you can't. It happens all the time. But that's when you stand up and look at the mirror and tell yourself, I can do this. Jacqueline Carr has a song, He Will Win. I will win. I know I will win because I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure that my business is on this path to greatness. You're going to do what you have to do to make sure that you reach your goal and your dream, because nobody else can have that dream but you. Like me and Akila was talking one day, and we were saying how when we're working on something, we like to keep it quiet, because when you spread it, when you spread a raw job, someone is either going to try to take your dream, or try to stop you from doing what you should be doing. And that is because, I'm lying, I'm gonna stop there. I said that to say, your dream, nobody else can fulfill your dream. What God has for you is for you. If your name is written on that blessing ain't going over here, it ain't going over there, it ain't going over there. It's going right to you, because God got it for you, and you need to do what you need to do to achieve that blessing. God isn't going to knock at your door and force his way in. He's going to knock and wait till you let him in. God isn't going to just give you this and give you this and give you this and expect nothing in return. I don't know the exact scripture, but I know faith without work ain't work, or faith without work ain't possible. Faith without work don't work. I know that. So yeah, you got the faith in God that he will bless your business, but if you ain't started it and at least gave yourself a name, what are you supposed to bless? What are you supposed to start? You got to do it yourself and get started. I'm sorry. I need to change this episode to get started. Look at me. Matter of fact, I've been longer than 25 minutes. Look at me. I'm gonna look at you in the eye. Look at me. My name is Antho-Media. I am 17 years old, and I'm an African American United States citizen. I own Antho-Media Productions. I am challenging you, because you have time on your hands with this coronavirus pandemic. I'm challenging you, the one watching me behind that screen, to go follow your dream. Get on that path to greatness. Nobody else can achieve your dream but you. You know what it takes. You know your weaknesses. Bypass them. You're the only one standing in front of yourself saying, I can't do this. I can do this. I can and I will. And I'm gonna, if you really don't have the motivation, pray on it. Pray on a mind change, because it's nothing but the enemy and the spirit trying to take you from being great. Because God said he will get the glory out of everything that you do. And basically your business, he will get the glory out of that. And if he's getting the glory, the devil don't want that to happen. So I need you to go out there and do you. I know you're probably watching me at work or at home or relaxing. But as soon as you get that chance and you have 24 hours in a day, you have the time. Like me, this is my 3rd episode. I record, for the first 2 episodes in this episode, I've been recording between 11 and 1 o'clock in the middle of the night. Which means I have time. You have time. Use it. I'm using mine. And I'm just going to end with that. Yeah, but this might be a part 2, but I'm just going to end with that for right now. So, just to say, Terrace Radiant, let us have, what is it? Alright, Terrace Radiant, let us, man, y'all got me tongue tied. Alright, Terrace Radiant, let us give light to the world, make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.